Most people think of celebrities as angels who live perfect lives, but this is very far from the truth. They are as human as the rest of us are, and they make mistakes too. But sometimes they do things that are considered too awful to be forgiven. This video is about popular celebrities who were caught doing terrible things that ruined their reputation for life. Chrissy Teigen. For a long time, most people knew Chrissy Teigen as a doting TV personality, model, and author. Nothing prepared the world for the shocking revelations that were uncovered when she began facing a storm of controversy in the spring of 2021. Like an avalanche, accusations of bullying and toxic behavior rained down on her from all sides. According to the stories, she had used her social media platforms to treat others badly, and the fallout was swift and severe. The information about her past behavior came to light when Courtney Stodden, a former reality TV star, accused Chrissy of bullying them mercilessly when they were only 16 years old. Courtney claimed that Teigen not only publicly attacked them on Twitter, but also sent them insensitive private messages. The story quickly went viral, and Chrissy's reputation took a major hit as people demanded she answers for her past behavior. At first, Chrissy tried to make amends, apologizing publicly on Twitter and reaching out to Courtney to express her regret. But as more people came forward with similar stories of being treated badly by Chrissy, her apologies fell short. Many felt that her attempts to make things right were insincere and inadequate, and called for her to face serious consequences for her actions. Despite her efforts to make amends, Chrissy's reputation took a serious hit as a result of the controversy, and she found herself taking a break from social media and other public appearances. While some may have moved on from the drama, for Chrissy and those affected by her actions, the fallout continues to this day. She has lost a lot of fans over the years, and several people still tag her as a bully. Louis C.K. Louis C.K.'s fans were left in shock in November 2017 when news about the comedian's bad behavior began to spread. At the time, the New York Times published a report detailing accusations of inappropriate venereal behavior against him. The accusations were made by 5 women who alleged that Louis C.K. had engaged in inappropriate venereal behavior, including pleasuring himself in front of them without their consent. Suddenly, the renowned comedian went from being someone who put smiles on people's faces to a person that the world could hardly recognize. Louis C.K. initially denied the allegations, but later released a statement acknowledging that the allegations were true. He apologized for his behavior, saying that he had abused his power and was sorry for the hurt and embarrassment he had caused, but it seemed like his apology didn't really make much of a difference. As expected, Louis C.K.'s career suffered a major setback. He was dropped by his agency, and his publicist, his television show, Louis, was taken off the air. Several of his upcoming projects were also canceled, including a Netflix special and the release of his movie, I Love You, Daddy. As a result of the backlash, Louis C.K. largely withdrew from public life for several years after the accusations surfaced. It's been years since his behavior was brought to light, but it seems like a lot of people are still mad at him. Will his fans ever forgive him and see him differently? Ellen DeGeneres. The entertainment industry shook to its core when the dark underbelly of one of America's most beloved talk shows was exposed. It all started with shocking allegations made by former and current employees of the Ellen DeGeneres show, who claimed that they had experienced a toxic work environment amongst other intense social issues. Senior producers were accused of verbal abuse, and staff members were denied sick leave and forced to work overtime without compensation. In a desperate attempt to salvage her reputation, Ellen DeGeneres herself addressed the allegations on air, apologizing for the toxic work environment and promising to make changes. But it was too little too late, and the scandal continued to gather steam with celebrity guests publicly criticizing the show and its host. Despite Ellen's apology and promises of change, the controversy continued to grow, with more former and current employees coming forward with their stories of mistreatment and discrimination. The allegations also led to a decline in the show's ratings, and several high-profile guests, including Dakota Johnson and Katy Perry, publicly criticized Ellen and the show's workplace culture. Ellen's reputation was tarnished, and she faced a lot of backlashes. A lot of people have still not gotten over the issue. Perhaps this is one of the reasons why Ellen decided to end her show. Chris Brown. The domestic violence allegations against Chris Brown sent shockwaves through the music industry and captivated the public's attention. It all began on a fateful night in 2009 when world-famous pop stars attended a pre-Grammy Awards party in Los Angeles. According to reports, Chris Brown and Rihanna got into an argument that escalated into physical violence. Chris Brown reportedly hit Rihanna repeatedly, causing visible injuries to her face. This led to outrage from fans, and legal action was taken against the singer. Chris Brown faced significant backlash from fans and the music industry, with many calling for a boycott of his music. He was dropped from several endorsement deals and lost airplay on some radio stations. Even though Chris Brown has apologized for his actions and expressed remorse for the harm he caused, it seems like a lot of Rihanna's fans are still mad at him. He is still facing backlash to date. Wendy Williams. In February 2020, Wendy Williams, the host of The Wendy Williams Show, made controversial comments about actor Joaquin Phoenix's cleft lip and palate condition. During her Hot Topics segment, Williams commented on Phoenix's facial scar. In her words, "When he shaves off his mustache, he's got a hairline fracture. He's got one of those, what do you call it? Cleft lip, cleft palate." Williams then stretched her upper lip with her finger, mimicking the condition and making fun of Phoenix's appearance. Williams's comments were widely criticized by viewers and various advocacy groups, including the American Cleft Palate Craniofacial Association, ACPA, and the Canadian charity Cleft Palate Foundation. Many people expressed their disappointment and anger on social media, with some sharing their own personal experiences of living with cleft lip and palate. Cleft lip and palate is a common birth defect that affects approximately 1 in every 700 newborns worldwide. It occurs when the tissues in the baby's face do not fuse together properly during development, resulting in a gap or opening in the lip and/or palate. The condition can cause difficulties with feeding, speech, hearing, and dental health, and it often requires multiple surgeries and other treatments throughout a person's life. By mocking cleft lip and palate, Williams trivialized a serious medical condition and perpetuated harmful stereotypes about people with facial differences. Her comments also had the potential to cause emotional harm to those who live with cleft lip and palate, as well as their families and loved ones. Following the backlash, Williams apologized for her comments and made a donation to the ACPA. But was her show of remorse enough to save her reputation? Amber Heard. During Johnny Depp and Amber Heard's highly publicized legal battle, the whole world was watching and analyzing the situation. Viewers and fans were quick to jump at Amber when her story wasn't straight. The actress claimed that Johnny Depp had been hitting her. However, there was a dramatic turn of events when Johnny Depp provided proof that Amber Heard was actually the one that had been hitting him. His evidence completely ruled out her accusations and showed fans all over the world that she was lying. While a good chunk of Amber Heard fans stayed and claim they believe her, the vast majority seem to stand against her and are poised to cancel her completely. The dust seems to have settled between the ex-couple, but will the world ever forget? Now, some of these celebrities are fortunate enough to still have some of their fame and reputation intact despite what they did. But if you want to know about celebrities who made one mistake and were banned for life, click on the screen and find out.